Tune it in. It's starting.
Yeah, Rog, there's a pick-up for Darwin at the pub again.
Alright lads, Geordie FM, live from the tube.
Monster! The B-movie so bad they put it on the radio.
Brace yourselves for a story that will shake you to your very core, where science meets alchemy in the most horrific way. You'll be left with an icy chill that not even a strong cup of cocoa can melt. An event that will scare you so senseless that your remaining senses will seem nonsensical. A plot so diabolically nerve-bending that...
Stop waffling.
A play so terrifyingly sexist, dated, and politically incorrect, y'all think Nigel Farage approved the script.
Please, just get on with it.
You join our story on a spooky autumn evening in 1953. High school sweethearts Brad and Helen look out over small-town USA. Little do they know, their lives are about to be irrevocably changed forever. Something stirs. Okay, that's how this is, huh? You just cut me off, right? No, that's fine. I'm out of here.
Oh, Brad, can you believe it's finally here?
I know, like just last week
Ray Harryhausen could have pooped a better monster movie. That's all
Brad,
I'm saying.
can you believe it's finally here?
Oh, I know. Just last week we were crowned homecoming king and queen, and I quarterbacked the football team in a somewhat improbable, flawless 20-game win season.
And I was head cheerleader, editor of the yearbook, and I taught a school full of blind children to read Shakespeare in Mandarin.
We really are just the cutest all-American couple.
Unnecessary exposition. That's why you need a narrator. Oh, get off! Let me go! I will not be silenced. I will not be seen.
Gee, Helen, my swell gal. I love you so.
You're okay too, Brad. I can't believe we're finally going to our graduation sock hop.
Helen, I want to ask you something.
You want us to go up to Makeout Point and do that thing we saw that time we went to the wrong drive-in movie?
Ew, no! Wait, what?
No, never mind. What were you gonna ask me?
Helen Goodbody, will you go steady with me?
Oh, Brad, yes, of course I will.
Okay, that's enough. Stop. Oh, Helen, I'm just so jazzed. There's only one thing we have to do before the sock hop.
Meet your folks?
Even better than my folks. I want you to say hello to the professor.
That's not a euphemism for...
Come on, let's go! Jeez, Helen, get your mind out of the gutter, huh?
Having been told unequivocally to cut the crap and stick to the plot, the narrator read from his script. Brad and Helen walked the long and spooky road to the professor's lab.
Gee, Brad, this sure is one long and spooky road to the professor's.
Do you mind? I have one job here. As they entered the lab, there was a dark sense of foreboding.
Golly, that's foreboding.
The door creaked as they entered.
There were thunderbolts and lightning.
It's very, very frightening.
Brad was terrified.
Come on, Helen. A few more steps.
I don't like it, Brad. I'm scared.
Don't worry, Helen. There's as much chance of something hurting you in here as being struck by lightning. Professor P? Are you home?
What are you doing here? Brad? Is that you?
Yes, it's me, Brad.
I didn't recognize you clinging to this young lady and screaming like Janet Leigh.
Well, Professor, this is Helen.
Wilhelm, would you please stop playing that damn organ?
Entschuldigung, mein Professor.
It's so hard to find a competent assistant who can play sinister background music these days.
Professor, meet Helen. We're going steady. Helen, meet Professor von Plutvist.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Hey, Professor, what are you doing up there on that table? Some new experiment testing the limits of science?
No, just changing the light bulb. Damn storm seems to have blown every circuit for 20 miles. If you ask me, something ominous is on the horizon. Wilhelm, enough with the damn organ!
Yeah, mein fault.
But you're still cool to drive us to the dance.
I can't, Brad. I've got too much to do. Science needs me tonight. I feel as though I may be on the verge of a tremendous breakthrough and...
Miss Tesla will be a chaperone at the dance.
Really? Just let me change out of this suit and then we'll get to that sucker.
Okay, seriously, who keeps playing that music?
So, Professor, what kind of scientist are you?
I am a professor of cellular and molecular biology, biotechnology, and neuromicrobiology. I also specialize in quantum technology, micro and nanofabrication, as well as quantum optics, nanotechnology, tagliatelle, and fettuccine.
Cool. I dissected a frog once.
Really? Then perhaps you could lobotomize my assistant.
Ach, he makes the funny. Guten Abend, Kinder.
Wilhelm, I want that mind array on the roof before you go.
He gets so cranky. Hello, Fräulein. I am Wilhelm, the professor's doggy bodies. Hello, Brad. You look wunderbar this evening.
Dankeschön?
Wilhelm, mind array. Move it.
Oi, always mit the fussy breeches. Off I go, working hard again.
Wilhelm, wait. I hope you have secured that other artifact.
Jawohl, Professor. I hide it in a place so secret, even I don't know where it is.
Excellent. But wait, you forgot the mind array.
Perhaps we could use this sound effect, so I don't have to go up and down these stairs?
And ruin the magic for the audience? Honestly, Wilhelm.
Well, that was a productive use of my time.
Yeah, I know, but we have 60 minutes to fill, and the plot is wafer thin as it is.
Wait, Wilhelm, you don't appear to have plugged the mind array in.
Ach, mein Gott. That is fine, Kinder. It will still work.
But how will it work without power?
Oh, we have ways to power the device. Oh, look, a car battery. How convenient.
Are we all set up?
Rock and roll, Professor.
Be careful up there, Wilhelm. I wouldn't want you to fall and... Thank you, Wilhelm. That will be all for today.
Professor, your lab is just so interesting. Hey, what does this do?
That, Helen, is a thermal resonator. It oscillates at varying temperatures, creating magnified heat.
What does this do?
That is a quantum harmonizer. It's used to neutralize differences between two opposing relative states.
Hey, Professor, what's this do?
That is a telephone. It's used for having conversations with people great distances away.
Ooh, and what's in here?
Don't go in there! It's a radioactive chamber capable of melting the skin from your very bones.
But the door's open.
Well, yeah, I've been meaning to fix that.
I've never seen it. What's it for?
That chamber is lead-lined titanium, 7 inches thick. In case of emergency, it can seal a wayward experiment inside and jettison the whole pod into space to self-destruct.
Wow, that seems like some pretty crucial information.
Yes, it felt a little contrived telling you all that, but perhaps we should all remember it, just in case it becomes relevant later.
Oh, Professor, it's so wonderful to finally meet you. Brad never stops talking about you and your adventures.
Ah, yes. Remember when we first met, Brad?
Hey, how did a world-renowned scientist and a plucky high school kid become best friends?
Don't ask that, Helen. The writer couldn't think of a plausible reason.
Jeepers! What's this, Professor?
That, Helen, is my latest and greatest invention. It came to me in a dream. Equal parts of some of the most volatile chemicals and deadly poisons known to man. I call it Formula X.
Wow, Formula X! What does it do?
I have no idea.
Should you really leave it lying around like that?
I'm always losing things in this lab. I've a death ray around here.
Death ray!
Did I say death ray? I meant a sunshine and puppies ray. Yeah, that's it. Okay, kids, let's go.
Are you taking Formula X with you?
Good heavens, no. I'll just leave it here precariously on the corner of this table, above a book of ancient curses held down by a mysterious meteorite which fell to Earth a week ago that I'm now using as a paperweight.
That sounds really dangerous, Professor.
You're right, Helen. What was I thinking? I better seal it all in the radioactive chamber next to the mummified corpse for safekeeping.
Well, hurry up, Professor. There's a full moon and we have a Friday the 13th dance to get to.
We better be quick. We have to bypass the quarantine zone of that atomic test site next door.
Don't worry, we'll get you there. And to save us time, I won't even stop to lock up the lab.
But what if someone breaks in?
This is small town USA, home to the nicest, warmest apple pie and whipped creamiest people in the world. What could possibly happen?
A cataclysmic event that culminates in the creation of an unstoppable and dangerous creature hitherto unknown to this planet?
Oh, Helen. This is why the men are in charge.
Professor, you fool! Soon we, the Galactic Union, will control everything, even you! Now, monster! Men!
While evil stirred in the professor's lab, a chemical romance of a different kind was brewing at the school dance, that of a teenage love. Even the professor had been swayed from his books and academia for the enchanting thrall of school librarian Miss Tesla with all her books and academia. She was a French fancy who would make any man cry, zut alors! And he was a crazed scientist who hadn't washed his lab coat since the Hoover administration. They were a perfect match. Nothing could spoil their night. Or could it?
Oh, Brad, the professor sure is hip.
I know. If anything ever happened, he'd save us all.
Great! Give the whole plot away in one line.
But how can you trust him? That crazy hair, the weird glasses, his freakishly large nose.
You know oil painting yourself there, Helen.
Oh, hi, Professor. I just meant that.
She just doesn't know you well enough yet.
If Brad trusts you, then I guess I can too.
Why not? I'm a pretty trustworthy guy. On a completely unrelated note, somebody spiked the punch, so you may want to check that out.
Cool. What's it spiked with? Rum? Vodka?
Uranium-235.
Awesome!
Oh, and hey, Professor, I hear Miss Tesla was looking for you. See ya!
Okay, that's, as you kids call it, groovy. I'm not even... Thomas Edison! She's a fine-looking specimen. Okay, cool, calm, and collected.
Good evening, Professor.
Ah, Miss Tesla. Delighted to see you again.
Please call me Nicola.
Okay then, Nicola.
You look very handsome tonight.
Thank you. You look like you're hauling a lot more weight since I last saw you.
Pardon-moi.
The book. The oversized book.
It is how you say a little light bedtime reading.
I hope it's not Dr. Von Bloom's Book of Helium. You won't be able to put it down. 'Cause helium floats? Huh? Nailed it.
It's actually Dr. Bauer's book of materialistic states. But you know, solids, liquids, gases, they all matter.
You made a science joke.
I did. After our last meeting, I thought I'd brush up since I felt the chemistry.
Perhaps you'd like to join me for a drink later when all the kids are gone?
We can get up to alkalines of fun.
Miss Tesla, I propose an experiment.
Mary, I know my way around a periodic table. Let's make like two electrostatically charged ions and bond. Oh, Professor, this could be our happy ever after.
As long as nothing goes wrong, I foresee a long, bright future for all of us.
Should
No,
we?
just wait. Something's bound to happen.
Oh my God! Look in the sky! A UFO!
Yep, told ya. I sure hope my able-bodied German lab assistant has gotten to safety.
Meanwhile, back at the lab, the professor's able-bodied German lab assistant was heading towards imminent danger.
Hello, Professor. It is I, Wilhelm Victim, your able-bodied German lab assistant. I have just dropped by for there are all these cookie things flying around in them sky. Ach, Schnitzel, I have gone and missed him. But wait, what is that strange glowing light coming from the radioactive chamber? This is most strange. Dusseldorf! That was ein laut und sinister bang. Ach, Kartoffel! With the addition of this blood-curdling cry, it seems I should call the authorities and allow the professionals to deal with the impending room beyond.
Wilhelm, I will destroy you.
Wunderbar! It knows my Name. I will abandon all logic and investigate this peril. Hello! Dangerous science experiment which has most likely gone askew. It is I, Wilhelm. Mein Gott! You are in spectacular abomination. Hideous. And making me fear for my very soul. Coochie coochie coo.
Coochie, coochie, coo.
Get myself on crying, walking, sleeping, talking.
Living dog.
Ach, Badezimmer. Hello, scary beasting. Where are you? Wilhelm has some lovely radioactive isotopes for which you are to be nippling on. Hello. Nein, I was so young and talented. Who could have foreseen my inevitable demise?
Yum, yum.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is roving reporter Poppy Cox with urgent breaking news. Mind-controlling UFOs have been seen hovering over small-town USA and causing fear and disruption among its residents. This coincides with strange activity at Plotfist Labs. I'm going to investigate. Should this be my last broadcast, I just want the world to know that, Steve, you're a jerk, and you're never getting your LPs back. Poppy Cox, signing off.
Did you hear that, Professor? It's happened. Aliens are taking over the planet.
They're not taking over the planet, Brad. Don't be so melodramatic. First, they have to destroy all life in small town, then the state, then the country, and then, yes, maybe the planet.
Brad, I'm so scared.
Stay down, Helen. I'm not gonna let these things control my girl's brain. As the hot male protagonist, that's my job.
The aliens seem to be seeking out the minds of only the greatest intelligence.
How do you know that?
Well, they're looking for me. Duh.
Don't worry, Professor. I'll take them on. They can eat my brain, not yours.
That's barely even a snack. Now we gotta get back to my lab so I can figure out what's going on. Let me drive. We'll get there quicker.
I thought you were driving.
Damn this lack of fourth wall. How's anyone expected to know what's happening?
As Brad, Helen, and the professor rapidly rode the sound effects back to the lab, the might of the American military rolled into town.
Okay, narrator, I'll take it from here. Calm down, folks. Please remain in your seats. I am General Ignatius Norris of the U.S. Army.
Now, I know you small-town folks are probably wetting your little pants. Let me reassure you, there is no need to panic.
Sir, the creature's in this room.
Oh my God! You mean he's in the recording booth with us?
General, these readings are off the charts. There's a swarm of mindless creatures out there.
Of course there is. They're listening to this recording. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my Chief Science Officer, Miss Dolly O'Malley.
Please, just Miss Molly. General, I'm getting a really strong reading from this room.
Reading? What reading?
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Golly, Miss Molly. That's a strong reading indeed. Wait a second. Look at this.
Yes, this microphone cable leads out of the booth and all the way to Plot Twist Labs.
That's so ludicrous, it's almost plausible.
As military scientists, you'd really think that would be the first thing we'd have noticed. Shall we take the microphones with us?
No! That's just what they'll be expecting us to do. We'll go the long way round and head them up, down through the car park, down the stairs over that hill over there.
What?
Okay, look, we'll just take them with us.
Meanwhile, back at the lab...
That was a close one. Okay, the first thing we have to do is test ourselves for any elements of mind control. I'll need a sample of blood from each of us.
Ow!
Ow!
Ow! What did they say?
Mine says I'm British.
Mine says I'm pregnant.
Mine says I'm gonna die in this scene.
Well, as long as we're not under mind control.
Professor, look! The chamber! It's...
Oh my god! It's open!
Well, at least we're not being over dramatic. Let's take a look-see. Yep. Okay. I see.
Do you know what happened, Professor?
Not a clue.
What are we going to do?
We'll consult my latest and greatest invention, the Cognitive Operating Motor Processor, utilizing technical electronic robotics.
That's a mouthful.
That's why I just call it COMPUTER, computer. Hey, computer, are you ready?
Almost.
It's just booting up. Hey, computer, the sound guy's memory stick is almost full. You want to pick up the pace, huh?
Hey, I'm ready now. What's up, dudes? I'm Computer. How may I assist you?
Nice of you to join us. What happened here?
When you went to the high school dance, there was this major security failure. The radioactive chamber lock totally seized open. The mummified remains in the chamber got covered in Formula X and were animated into life by a passing UFO from the invading fleet.
Oh my God, I should have been here.
Yes, you should. You promised you'd stay in and play pong with me, but instead you went out chasing that teacher, Miss Tesla.
This is not the time for...
The next time you ditch me, I'm going to publish your browsing history.
Computer, it's not appropriate.
Oh, whatever, bro. She's totally out of your league anyway. You don't stand a chance.
Computer, don't make me wipe your memory again.
Okay. Your low lab assistant Wilhelm was assimilated by the creature. It would appear when the monster absorbs people, its genetic code mutates to take a different form.
Jeepers! I bet BTC are breathing a sigh of relief this is being recorded and not staged. Think of the costume budget they're saving.
True. The writer sure did them a solid creating this. And for free.
Perhaps they might even like to pay him for the performing rights this time, huh?
And he can't even spell. We're not paying him, so just shut up and get on with it.
Hey guys, I think we should concentrate on finding the monster. Where is it now?
My scans indicate it's still in the lab. It's looking for the meteorite.
Whew, at least the public are safe.
Yeah, we're lucky. I'd have thought Computer would have trapped it by going into lockdown.
An excellent point. Initiating lockdown.
No! Why did you do that?
Maybe it's a code error in my core matrix. Maybe you shouldn't have sassed me when I was booting up.
We're trapped! Please release the lockdown.
You snooze, you lose. Good luck with the monster, dill holes.
Well, that's just great.
It's okay, Brad. All we have to do is make sure we find that meteor before the monster does. We need to split up. Look for a meteor before...
Wait! Split up? Wouldn't it make more sense to all stick together?
Who's the scientist here, Helen? Huh? So, Brad, you stay here and call the cops. I'm going to check the TV room and the towel closet. Helen, I need you to search the acid pool, the glamour ray chamber, and the pointless room with a piano hanging from the ceiling by a delicate wire. We'll meet back here in 10 minutes.
This is Stan Rogers filling in for missing reporter Poppy Cox. We interrupt this broadcast to alert you to a flesh-eating monster controlled by aliens loose in small town. However, even more disturbing is the woman listening to this recording who keeps picking her nose and wiping it under her seat. Really, madam, have you no shame? Tune in later for all the shocking details.
Come on, pick up!
Hello, Small Town Police Department. This is Sheriff Doolittle.
Oh, thank goodness, Sheriff. There's an evil creature on the loose.
You don't got to tell me. I married one.
Sheriff, the town's in real danger.
Boy, the only danger you are in is getting a butt whooping from me. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's happening. In fact, except for the news flashes and threat alerts coming up every 5 minutes on the TV, it's a quiet night.
But you're the police. You have to help.
Tell you what, I'm gonna whip the TV over to the news, and if there's something happening out there, then them's the ones what's gonna know about it.
Why do you have to watch the news?
'Cause Wheel of Fortune's over, and there's nothing else on TV. Now don't go calling here again.
The news. That's a great idea.
This is Stan Rogers once again filling in for missing reporter Poppy Cox. I realize there's very little development in the event since I reported literally 2 minutes ago, although that lady is now knuckle-deep in her nose again. Wait, I've got a new report coming in. The monster has been sighted at Plotsfist Labs. Also in, a young man innocently watches the news while unaware of his impending demise.
Jeez, I feel sorry for that guy.
And be on alert. Thunderstorms are likely to occur during moments of dramatic tension.
How dramatic! It's like the monster's right here with me.
A roving orchestra has been spotted in the vicinity of Plot Twist Labs, adding dramatic music to heighten the tension. As phone bills rise, we urge people to run and hang up the receiver right now.
Will you stop helping him? Oh, it's very annoying.
Boy, this is getting tense.
Sources have now told us that the monster is on the move and closing in on his target. People should be on the lookout. Everywhere. Everyone should look behind them. Like right now. I mean you, kid, the idiot in the lab.
Brad, get in the chamber right now! All right, Stan Rogers, all of you!
In breaking news, local reporter Stan Rogers heroically saves local teen's life. We cross now live to interview with Stan Rogers. Stan? Thanks, Stan. You join me, Stan Rogers, here at Channel BTC's newsroom, where local reporter Stan Rogers has just saved a local boy. Stan, how do you feel after such a courageous act? Well, thanks, Stan. It was pretty scary, I don't mind saying so. But, Stan, aren't you worried that the monster's going to come after you now? Oh, no. My death isn't scripted until well into Scene 7. So I'm just going
Oh, Brad, watching monster movies at a time like this. My silly man.
Helen, did you find the meteorite?
No, Professor. I only found a portal to another world. What was that nightmarish place?
The locals call it Croydon.
Those poor people. Professor, where's Brad?
I'm in here. I found the meteor, but I'm not coming out until the monster's dead.
Great! That's Brad written out for the rest of the show. Now, where can I find this monster?
He's behind you!
On the radio? Seriously?
What in the name of Dixie's going on in here?
Sheriff, you certainly did get here quickly.
Well, this is small town USA. It's not just a clever name. But Professor, if the monster was locked in here with you, how could it be on the news eating Stan Rogers at the same time?
Ah, that will be my latest and greatest invention. It's called a plot hole.
Wow, that sounds dangerous.
Yes, mind where you step. The script is literally full of them.
Well, when this monster gets here, I'm going to shoot it square in the eyes.
I wouldn't do that, Sheriff. It's most likely bulletproof and impervious to all weapons.
How do you know?
They usually are.
Call in Professor Plotfist. Come in, Professor Plotfist. This is Julia Bongo, lab assistant from Big Town Laboratories.
This is Professor Plotfist, receiving. Over.
Professor, we know. We know that you stole the meteor and started this whole alien invasion.
Is this one of them plot holes?
No, this is actual story development. Listen up, because there's not much of it.
We knew that aliens had the telekinetic power to control monsters, but with the meteorite, they could control the minds of men.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
You stole the sarcophagus and the meteor and exposed them to atomic energy. Now the aliens are planning to take over our world. Do you see how your one simple action has brought all these random plot threads together?
That's ridiculous. Let me talk to your boss.
Professor Sarton is on the way and is most displeased with you, but thinks there may be a way to use the meteor with your mind array against the creature. So whatever you do, don't misplace that meteor.
Fine, I have it right here. Sort of.
At least being all the way here in Big Town, I'm safe from the creature and could never be.
Wow, another plot hole. I'm just leaving those things everywhere.
Sheriff, what are you doing?
Okay, stick 'em up, Prof. Let me see that meteor.
Brad, I could really use you coming out of there with the meteor.
No, I don't want to get eaten.
I promise you, no one's gonna get eaten.
Surprise!
What happened?
The sheriff just got eaten.
Oh, spicy.
I've got his gun. I'll stop him.
No, stop! Helen, stop! Helen, there are dangerous experiments in here that could blow up at any second. So please, pretty please, don't shoot holes in my lab!
Did you kill it? I'm coming out.
Oh, Brad, you found the meteor. Where was it?
It was in the chamber.
It's always in the last place you look.
What do we do with this thing?
Professor Sided is on the way here and thinks we might be able to use the meteor to control the monster and repel the aliens.
Really? That sounds a little far-fetched.
That sounds a little far-fetched. Have you been listening to any of this? Brad, keep hold of that media, whatever happens. I'll be right back.
Oh, Brad, I'm so glad you're safe.
Yeah, but I think someone peed my pants.
Do you think we'll ever get out of this alive?
I don't know. I might.
Promise me, whatever happens, you'll protect me. Brad! Promise me, whatever happens, you'll protect me.
Of course I will, baby. I'll protect you to the end of the world and beyond. Take her, not me! I want to live! Dear sweet Lord, I want to live!
Brad, look out!
What do you want from me? What?
Must have meteor.
No! Get away from me! He's got me!
Brad!
Tell my folks it was all your fault!
Professor! Come quick! Good Lord, man, where are your pants?
I was doing number 2s. You'd think the director would pause the recording a minute.
The monster has Brad and the meteor! Brad's your friend! We gotta go save him!
No, you go on. One of us needs to stay here and think of a plan.
Fine, Professor. I'm going to go after Brad and the meteor. You stay here and call for help.
Bye then. Have fun getting killed. That's a great idea. I'll call for help. Hello. Yes, I need the army.
Hello? I'm with the army.
Wow, that was amazingly quick.
Well, this is small town USA. It's not just a clever...
Yeah, we've done that gag already. But how did you know where to come?
The half-eaten cop at the doorstep was a clue, but then there was this girl running out of here who looked like she'd been through hell.
Worse, Croydon.
Those poor people.
But is it just you?
Nope, I brought my loyal assistant, Miss Molly.
Who has now also been eaten by the monster.
Not to worry. It seems a replacement female character is entering now to meet our quota.
Roving reporter Poppy Cox. I'm here to blow this story wide open. Professor Plotfist, I've received a reliable tip-off that you are responsible for this alien invasion, the roving flesh-eating monster, and... Good Lord, man, where are your pants?
I guess the monster ate them?
What a fiend! Don't worry, Professor. We'll avenge your pants.
Why are you here, Cox? Looking for more dirt to spew to your listeners? I'm a man of science.
But isn't all of this your fault?
Well, when you put it like that, maybe a bit.
Professor, what can we do?
I don't know. My colleague, Professor Sighted, is the expert in this area. All I know about the type of power being created by the monster is that we should all be safe as long as he doesn't come into contact with atomic energy.
Oh my! What was that?
Looks like an explosion at the atomic test site next door.
Oh no! Waves of atomic energy are drifting like a haze.
Professor, you started this, and I'm gonna need you to finish it.
Okay, let's just recap. We have a monster hybrid of a 4th century Egyptian mummy reanimated by UFOs running the streets, assimilating our friends and townspeople at an alarming rate. There's a deadly cloud of atomic waves spreading across small town. Aliens have manipulated the monster to steal the meteorite capable of controlling the minds of the entire human race. Our numbers are dwindling. I don't have a change of pants, and you need me to think of a plan that will fix all of this?
That's about the size of it.
It'll take the length of a brief intermission.
Aha! Bet you thought they'd forgotten about me, didn't you? Having reached the end of Act 1 and having largely abandoned the narrative device, the narrator reassumed his post at his might. In his lab, the professor hatched a plan that would save them all from the beastly terror. Meanwhile, disaster loomed in small town as the aliens searched for the most primitive of human minds that they could practice controlling. And in the sound booth, the narrator failed to notice that his demise was inevitable. Wait, what the... As he was being consumed, the narrator realized he would most likely regret taking this role.
Oh, give me a home where the beer has no foam, where there's chips and there's football all day, where seldom is heard an educated word, and the guys are not tiny or... Cletus! Hey, Cletus! Get over here!
You quit your hollering, Cletus, I hear you. What is it?
Look there on the horizon. Tell me, what do you see?
Well, I ain't no scholar, as you know, Cletus, but I'd say that's Mike, a recording artist.
Not him, you idiot! Just above him!
Where'd I be? That looks like one of them there UFOs.
Don't it just? What do you reckon it wants?
Well, it ain't here to deliver pizza.
Hello? We are friends. We offer gifts of beer and potato chips.
Whoa! Look it! There's a lot of little alien guys poking out.
What kind of looks like your cousin?
Hey! Don't you talk that way about my wife.
Why do you reckon they got their arms up like that? You think they're gonna mind control us?
Well, either that or they just scored a field goal.
Silence, puny earthlings! We are the Galactic Union, a hive mind of intellectually superior beings set on world domination. We seek control the most superior minds of your planet to corrupt.
And you came to small town USA? Oh, buddy, did you take a wrong turn?
We wish control of Professor Plotcliffe. His mind is far superior now, but you are both of such low intellect we can easily control you.
Tell me something. You planning on butt probing us?
No!
You sure?
We're sure.
Cause we ain't saying it's a deal breaker.
Dude, seriously, we don't want to probe you.
Okay. I just figured we'd all get on the same page.
Silence now! You will stop Professor Plotcliffe, or in 70 years' time we will make our bloated heads silver and await your president.
Hey, that was weird. My brain feels itchy.
What just happened?
I don't know, but I got a real urge to just go up to Plotvis Labs and stop him defeating the aliens.
Now that just sounds dumber than a bag of biscuits. But hey, I'm in!
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a security briefing from the Mayor of Smalltown.
If you see an alien, go outside, but don't go outside. Maintain a 2-meter distance from the aliens unless it's Tuesday and you're wearing a hat. Why is this monster not wearing a face mask?
Professor, look! I found this old news article.
Wow! It seems a similar meteor fell to Earth near Smalltown 55 years ago. It filled the air with atomic radiation from the site next door and caused a beetle to grow to the size of a house.
So what you're saying is, the mummified Martian monster with the mechanism of a mind manipulation meteor may merge with a microscopic mist and morph into a massive monstrosity massacring the majority of the masses?
I'm not sure. Run it past me again?
The message from the memo you mentioned marked that maybe it means that the mummified Martian monster with the mechanism of a mind manipulation meteor may merge with a microscopic mist and morph to manifest a massive monstrosity massacring the majority of the masses, making our mission to murder the monster monument matter muchly.
Meaning?
The monster is going to get big and we have to stop it.
My, this plot's confusing.
More importantly, at this stage, is anyone really keeping track anyway?
All we need to do is lure the monster away from the test site and steal the meteor back.
How do you plan to do that?
With a little brains, a lot of luck, and some good old US ingenuity.
Oh, thank heavens. For a second there, I thought you were just gonna wing it. In the meantime, I'll get the word out and have people evacuate the town.
Wait, Poppy!
Yes, Professor?
Before you go, there really is something I must say.
Really?
Yes, this could be the last time we ever see each other, and I wanted you to know that...
Yes?
Oh, Poppy!
What is it, Professor? Tell me.
You're standing on my foot!
Oh, I'm so sorry. Was that all?
Well, there was something else, but now I've gone and forgotten.
Well, I'm sure you'll remember. Adieu.
What was it I meant to tell her?
Well, I'm back from my nap. What did I miss?
I've fallen in love with you.
Well, you're nice too. Maybe when this is all over, we could get a drink. I mean, I'm an open-minded guy.
Poppycock's investigative reporter. I've fallen in love with her.
Oh, I see. Okay. So that's a note to drinks.
I can't believe I've been so blind. I want to spend the rest of my life with her. What was that?
Nothing. Definitely not your new girlfriend getting eaten.
Oh, good.
Professor, where are we with the monster?
I need to think of a way to lure the monster away from the atomic test site.
Perhaps I can help.
Who are you?
Professor Sighted. Professor Felix Sighted.
I do, but we've only just met.
No, my name is Professor Felix Sighted.
That's a bit of a manly name for a female scientist.
I was named after my father.
Felix?
Yes?
No, your father's name was Felix?
No, Professor.
Yes?
No, Professor was his name.
What?
My father's name was Professor Sighted.
Then where did Felix come from?
I came from Big Town.
No, the name Felix. Where did that come from?
From my mother.
Your mother's name was Felix?
Why would my mother be named Felix?
What was her name?
Susan.
Then why does...
Really, gentlemen, this serves no purpose, and my character is likely to die soon, so shall we press on?
Very well.
Seems we have a bit of a commotion on our hands,
You
chaps.
can say that again.
Seems we have a bit of a commotion on our hands, chaps.
I've called in the army. This will all be taken care of very shortly.
The army? 50 or so muscular chaps in charming green uniforms?
They're the ones.
I'm afraid I saw the monster consuming most of them, along with a schoolteacher, half of a sheriff, and a female news reporter.
Poppy!
Yes, I'm afraid it seems most of the minor characters have met a grisly end.
Well, then there's only one thing left to do. We gotta get tanks, airships, the Navy, the Boy Scouts. Everyone armed to the teeth, loaded up and ready to drop the nuke.
Guns and ammo are not the solution here, General. This ghastly beast grows bigger the closer it gets to that atomic site, so it stands to reason it will return to normal size as we lure it away.
How can you be sure it'll work?
Trust me, I is well into science and stuff.
That's not very logical.
Well, neither is the script. It's like the writer's just making this up as he goes along.
I really am.
We need a way to lure the creature back to the lab. Any ideas?
Bait! We need to determine the fundamental building blocks of his DNA and create the corresponding female pheromone.
I have the very thing. Its core essence was activated by Formula X. As luck would have it, I also accidentally created the corresponding female element.
Excellent. What do you call it?
I call it Formula Wow Chicka Wow Wow.
Wonderful. Douse me in the pheromone, and I'll lead the monster astray, giving you the opportunity to steal back the meteorite.
Just so I'm clear on the plan, you're gonna slap on a pint of mustard cologne and go flirting with that thing?
That's my plan, unless you want to do it.
I'm good.
Are you sure about this? Sending the only remaining female cast member out to hit on a beast seems like a huge step backwards for womankind.
There's nothing demeaning about this. I'm a dynamic lady of the 50s, Professor. Douse me.
How do you feel?
Gotta be honest, feeling a bit less dynamic and a lot more soggy.
I think we should head to high ground in order for the monster to catch the scent.
Capital idea. I spied a rope hanging from the side of the building, so we should be able to make our way to the roof. Tally-ho!
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 Well, here we all are, climbing a rope up the side of the building.
We know, you idiot. We're climbing with you.
Jolly good, just as long as everyone, yes, is aware that the scene has changed. I say, that's the mind array antenna you have on your roof.
It is, yes.
I've a theory we may be able to use it along with the meteorite to control the monster.
But too late! There he is, and it still has the meteor.
He's closing in on the atomic side. The creature will grow to an enormous size.
That's the least of our worries. The monster appears to be looking at me in what I can only describe as a provocative fashion.
Hey, baby.
It's boogieing its way towards us.
I've been thinking you look alright.
I've changed my mind.
I've eaten lots of people.
I don't want to be the bait.
So let's get it on tonight.
Professor, look! Creature's growing.
The atomic energy is increasing its mass.
It really is quite spectacular, isn't it, Professor? As a man of science, are you not impressed by its vastness?
I'm not impressed his vastness has just stepped on my Chrysler.
I don't mind admitting, Professor, I'm somewhat in awe.
Awe?
Oh, yes. Awe. Oh, no, he's going to eat me!
To monster!
General, the monster has her!
Professor Sided, are you okay?
Oh, Oh yes, perfectly fine, you pillock! Professor, catch the meteor! Use it with the mind array! It's your only hope!
Got it! But I don't know how.
You're the smartest person alive! If anyone can do this, you can!
But I thought you were the smartest person alive.
Yes.
I'm the smartest person alive. Back down, General. I have work to do.
So here we are, back in the lab, eh?
Is someone gonna do that every scene change?
Professor, the monster is big enough now to destroy a city.
I may be able to help with that.
Science had its chance. Now I've used your computer to get the president on the line.
Brief me, General. Where are we at?
The president is really a woman?
Whoa, sexist much.
Madam President, we are at DEFCON Brown. The monster has grown to the size of Poughkeepsie, and we've got no more cards left to play.
Are you telling me you're out of options?
I've lost my platoon, my backup, my science officer, and I'm about all that's left. This guy still doesn't even have pants on, for Pete's sake.
Okay, General. Looks like we have no option but to go thermonuclear on this bad boy.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a B-52 inbound with a 21 megaton payload. You rally every last troop you have and rain down hell on that creature so it can't leave town. We'll take care of the rest.
What's the ETA?
T-minus 10.
That's a 10-4.
Make sure you TCB.
AQAP, ma'am.
This is on the QT.
Okay.
I have a PTA with the NUT at the DMV, so BRB and keep it on the DL.
TTFM, ma'am.
Are you crazy? You'll kill us all!
Way to think positive, Professor.
General, you can't do this. You can't end the play like this. It's supposed to be a comedy, and I don't want to die in my underwear.
I'm just a guy following orders.
If I could get rid of the monster, the aliens, and all of this before the bomb gets here, is there a chance for us?
I'll say your prayers, Professor. Mobilize all troops! All surviving cast members converge on Plotvis Labs!
No, General! I just need some help! Someone! Anyone!
Don't worry, Professor. It's me, Helen. I'm back.
Literally anyone else.
Oh, can it? I'm all there is. Everyone else has been eaten and molecularly assimilated by that thing out there.
What did you just say?
Oh, can it?
No, not that.
I'm all there is?
Keep going.
Everyone's been molecularly assimilated?
Helen, you're a genius! The monster was created by molecular assimilation of Formula X and transmogrification of those atoms to animate his form.
Duh, arts.
Well, don't you see? Everyone is still in there at a molecular level. If we can get the monster into the radioactive chamber, we could use its power to extract the molecules and reconfigure their DNA. Don't you see what this means?
What?
A happy ending! And this play might not actually suck.
Wow! What do you need me to do?
Get me the death ray. I mean the happy, fluffy ray gun from beneath that desk.
What, this thing? It looks like a hairdryer.
It's a ray gun. They're listening to this online. They'll never know the difference.
If you say so.
Now, if I can wire this meteorite into the mind array that Wilhelm set up on the roof in scene 2, then we can lure the monster back to the lab with the meteorite ray gun, get it into the chamber, and pull everyone out before we launch it into space.
Oh, hey, Professor. If we could get the aliens to follow the chamber and self-destruct, it could destroy them all at the same time, too.
Way to steal my thunder, Helen. But yes, you're absolutely right. Now, let's away to the roof.
I love the smell of small town in the morning. Smells like victory and burnt toast.
Let's fall in and sound off.
Private Tony Cannonfodder from Boise, Idaho. Sir, I've just heard from my wife. We've had a beautiful baby boy, so I'm very much looking forward to not dying today. Sir!
Private Steve Human Show from Flint, Michigan, sir. I've just got engaged to my girl and we'll be married tomorrow. So I sure hope nothing happens to me, sir.
It's just 2 of you.
Everyone else was killed when we executed your order for Operation Total Massacre. Sir!
It seems running directly into the open jaws of the monster was not as effective a plan as you hoped, sir.
Men, be sure to defend small town. Whatever the cost may be, we shall fight on the main street. We shall fight in a shopping mall. We shall never surrender.
Oh boy. What's that coming over the hill?
Is it a monster?
Of course it's a monster. The place called Monster. What do you think it was gonna be?
But it's huge.
It's so fat, it's jiggly, it gross!
Dude, quit body shaming the monster.
It just means he's got more butt for us to kick. Troops, let's go make monster pure.
Look! Professor! There it is!
Don't worry, Helen. If my calculations are correct, we should have the monster under our control in minutes.
You won't win, Professor. We have a secret weapon.
Professor! The aliens are onto us too!
It's okay, Helen. Ignore them. Just a few more tweaks and we're ready.
The monster is coming this way! Hurry!
Never fear, for I, the Pirate King, am here to save the day! Arr!
A pirate king? In a sci-fi?
Studio next door, buddy.
Sorry.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry.
Right, where were we? Ah, yes. Imminent death!
Prepare to be destroyed. Deploy secret weapon.
Hurry, Professor! Hurry!
Just a few more seconds.
Hey there, pretty lady.
How's about you give us a go on your snazzy spice gun?
That's it? They're your secret weapon?
We know. It was Trevor's idea. Yeah. Sorry, lads.
There he is, man. Pirate.
It's no use, sir. The bullets won't penetrate his skin.
We only have to hold them back till the nuke gets here. Any second now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it seems this evening's feature was so dramatic at its climactic moment that even the conductor was overwhelmed by its peril and as such has sadly suffered a major heart attack. I'm assured his death is not integral to the plot. This does, however, leave us somewhat at a loss, as the thrilling climax cannot reach its crescendo without a musical accompaniment.
Well, I'm a music student.
Yes, but you're also a 300-story flesh-eating monster, so...
All right, yeah. Sorry.
I'm being assured that our sound editor has a smattering of musical theory, and so the finale may continue unabated. Thank you.
There, got it. Now, Helen, point the ray gun at the monster.
Okay, Professor. Firing. Nothing's happening.
I'll try and increase the power. Try now.
If you tried turning it off and on again?
It's the monster. He's too big to control.
It's over. We're done for. Here's the bomber.
Oh, Professor, I'm frightened.
It's okay, Helen. We'll all be dead in a minute.
Shots away, pip pip tally-ho! Pilot incoming with payload delivery, requesting launch authorization.
This is General Ignorance. Authorization to launch is a go.
Roger, Wilco.
Oh, bloody hell, guys. That really hurt.
I don't believe it. They didn't do it. He's still moving.
He's eating absolutely everyone!
Don't tell my wife and kids I soiled myself when I died!
Cletus, I thought we'd play a much more pivotal role in the climax!
I know! This play is some bullshit!
The monster's still alive!
Yes, but he's shrinking. The nuclear blast must have overloaded his cells, and he's returning to normal size! Fire the ray! It should work now.
If you say so, Professor. Firing the ray!
Don't you dare say a word.
Huh?
It's working! It's working, Professor!
I knew it! Now, Helen, aim him back to the lab and we'll get him downstairs.
My fellow Americans, it saddens me to address you with the tragic news of a nuclear detonation in small-town USA. If you live nearby, you may want to close your windows for the next 100 years. God bless America. A monster!
Okay, all the dials and switches are set. The extraction grid's ready.
He's just coming now, Professor, but we have to hurry. This thing's nearly out of power.
Quickly, Helen, point him towards the chamber.
I'm trying, Professor, but it's weakening. I can't hold him.
Just a few more steps, Helen. You can do it.
Oh, no. It's out of power. What do we do now?
I don't know. We haven't rehearsed this bit. Wait! That's it! Not so fast, monster. What do you think you're doing?
Well, I was gonna eat her, Then maybe you.
I don't know which backhouse movie lot you came from, but here at BTC, we follow the script. Look, read here.
At the climax of the scene, the monster enters the chamber and blows up? Oh, man.
You see? It's in black and white. So in you go. No use sulking. Off you go now.
Oh, it's so unfair. I never get to win.
We did it. He's in the chamber.
Okay, Mr. Monster. This is how we do things in small town USA.
Extraction sequence initiated. Reanimation of victims commencing in 3, 2, 1.
Wunderbar! I am alive! Once more, science has prevailed!
Mon Dieu, that is not what a lady expects on her first date. But I've had worse.
Stan Rogers is back on the air. Ever wondered what it's like to be in the digestive tract of a mutated monster? Tune in at 10 for all the details.
Statistically speaking, there's no way we should be alive, but hey, this is sci-fi.
Okay, what the heck has happened, and who do I need to shoot?
Mother Russia! Thank goodness I live. I am Dmitri, Russian character that was not in play, but perhaps I will be in sequel.
What a story! Roving reporter regurgitated by ravenous rogue rapscallion remains resolute.
Cletus, how many of those dang beers did we drink?
I don't know, Cletus, but they must be wearing off because I can only see one of you.
That's it. I'm going vegetarian. By jingo, that was ripping. More exhilarating than tea and crumpets with the Queen.
Oh, good God! What is it good for?
Steve, I think we died. I think we're in hell.
Worse, we're in an amateur theatre recording.
My fellow Americans, I apologize for nearly destroying small town. In my defense, I was aiming for Trump Tower.
Jeepers, that was trippy. Helen, where are you?
Retrieved from the monster's innards, and the raider exited to collect his Oscar.
Extraction sequence completed.
I did it! I got them all back!
Oh, that's amazing, Professor.
Oh, Brad, thank God you're alive.
We still have to launch the monster and the chamber into space. We need to pull these 3 levers in unison.
3 levers? That seems a bit excessive.
Really? You're bringing this up now? Okay, on my count. 3, 2, 1, launch!
Look at it go!
The aliens are following it, just as scripted.
Well, Professor, why don't you blow it up?
I will, Helen, just as soon as I think of something cool to say when I press the button.
Oh, to hell with this. I did it! I saved the world!
You pressed the button? I can't believe it! I've been waiting 60 damn minutes to do that! You don't... Yeah, well done, Helen.
Well, that was fun. So what do we do now, Professor?
Well, Brad, I don't know about you kids, but I could sure go for a cup of joe.
That sounds great. Let's go.
Hey, wait! Shouldn't we lock away the meteor?
I wouldn't worry, Helen. It's not like another monster's gonna turn up and try and enslave all mankind, right? Am I right?
And that concludes our evening's performance. We hope you were entertained, but also warned. Peril can be round every corner. Monsters, aliens, you didn't know they were real until you heard them here tonight. So the next time there's a creak in your house or the hair on your neck stands up, take heed. Look around. Expect the unexpected. Because you never know. Strange things may be afoot.
You have been listening to Paul Campion as Professor Von Plotfist, Freya Finnerty as Helen Goodbody, Max Pritchett as Brad Majors, Piers Newman as General Ignorance, Mike Saville as the narrator, Helen Mirren as the shocked onlooker, Paul Baker as Sheriff Doolittle and the Monster, Fiona Cullen as Wilhelm Victim, Jamie Shanahan
as Poppy Cox. James and Josh Ward as the Rednecks. Deborah Hedges as Professor Felix Sided. Wayne Sheridan as Stan Rogers. Debbie Griffiths as Nikola Tesla. Rafe Fiennes as the musical director. Emma Berryman as computer. Helen Scott as the president. Harris Mostrit as Julia Bongo. Alice Young as Miss Dolly O'Malley. James Riley as Steve Human Shield. Giles Tebbets as Tony Cannonfodder. Also starring the Spencer family. Bill Cairns, Tom Dignam, Dominic Cummings, Chris Raven, Claire Spencer, Mike Darvin, Karen Peters Parker, Tom Collins, Margaret Glenn, Natalie Jones, Sophia Danes Garbawi, and the 4th Beckenham Scout Troop.
Wait, did you press record?